It starts with love. Not just the grand cinematic kind, but the quiet, everyday kind. The kind that builds a home in the space between two people. It begins with a shared glance across a room, a knowing smile, the comfortable silence that says everything without a word. In the beginning, you are each other's biggest fans. Two people cheering for each other, not just for the big promotions or the public victories, but for the small, unseen efforts. You celebrate the courage it took to send that email, the resilience to finish a tough project, the simple act of getting through a difficult day. You are dreaming big together. Your aspirations aren't separate territories to be conquered alone. They are a shared map you draw side by side. You talk late into the night about futures that have room for both of your ambitions, weaving them into a single, beautiful tapestry of what could be. You are building a life, brick by brick, laugh by laugh. Every piece of furniture arranged, every meal cooked, every plan made is an act of co-creation. Their wins feel shared, because they are. A success for one is a victory for the unit, a moment of collective joy that lifts you both higher. Their stories are intertwined, each chapter co-authored. You are a team, a partnership, a unit. You are simply together. But somewhere along the way, a subtle shift begins. A quiet, almost imperceptible change in the atmosphere. It often starts with the silent scroll, the endless feed of other people's curated successes. And that genuine, wholehearted support starts to curdle into comparison. The question is no longer, how can I help you? But, how do I measure up? Shared pride turns into private scorekeeping. A promotion for one feels less like a shared win and more like the other has just pulled ahead in some unspoken race. Little tallies start to add up in the mind. Who worked later? Who got more praise? Who sacrificed more this week? Attention starts to feel like a finite resource, a currency to be earned rather than a gift to be freely given. Time together becomes another arena to compete. Conversations turn into debates about who is busier, who is more tired, whose stress is more valid. Comparison creeps in, a quiet poison. It whispers that your partner's light somehow dims your own. They want to win, to feel seen, to be validated. But they've forgotten a fundamental truth. They're on the same team. When love becomes a scoreboard, filled with points for achievements and penalties for perceived failures, the game is rigged from the start. Because in this contest, everyone loses. The connection is the first casualty. Recognition from the outside world starts to replace the need for reassurance from each other. A boss's praise feels more valuable than a partner's comfort. Success becomes solitary. The victory feels hollow when you turn around, and the person who should be celebrating with you is standing at a distance, calculating their own position. The warmth of the partnership gives way to a constant, low-grade worry. Worry about falling behind. Worry about not being enough. Worry about the growing space between you. Scoreboards don't hold hearts. They are cold, rigid structures, incapable of nurturing the soft, vulnerable core of a relationship. The more they fight for individual validation, for their turn in the spotlight, for their name to be at the top of the list, the less energy they have to fight for each other, the less they fight for the us that once felt so invincible. Silence becomes heavy, filled with unspoken resentments and unmet needs. Distance feels safer than honesty, because honesty would mean admitting the competition exists, and that admission feels like a failure. Connection stalls at the threshold of vulnerability. You stand on opposite sides of a door you built together, neither willing to be the first to reach for the handle. Work, hobbies, and distractions fill the silence where care and conversation should be. Busyness becomes an excuse to avoid the quiet, uncomfortable truth. But eventually, the exhaustion sets in. The loneliness inside the partnership becomes unbearable. Something has to change. A question finally breaks the silence, even if it's only asked internally at first. What are we really trying to win here? An argument? A promotion? A fleeting sense of superiority? And what is the cost of winning? Is it worth the prize of our connection? Healthy love celebrates success. It understands that a rising tide lifts all boats. It doesn't compete with it, it amplifies it. It doesn't see a partner's achievement as a threat, but as a shared blessing. Real goals, the ones that build a lasting life, include each other. The finish line is a place you cross together, hand in hand. When one wins, both should rise. The victory should echo through the foundation of the relationship, making it stronger, not shaking it apart. And slowly, with intention, joy can feel shared again. The laughter returns, lighter this time, free from the weight of competition. Progress can be a partnership once more. You can be architects of your future, not rivals fighting over the same small patch of land. Love grows when we cheer, not compare. It flourishes in the soil of mutual admiration and respect. Remember, you are on the same team. You wear the same colors. You share the same goal. A life of love, support, and shared happiness. Because being together isn't a contest for a trophy. It's the trophy itself. Partnership isn't a competition. It's the most important collaboration of your life. It's a conscious, daily decision to build something beautiful together. So put down the scoreboard, tear up the tally marks, and choose each other every single day.